Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to get into Friday night's action. The Phantom versus the Mist. The Vinyl versus the Laces. Let's start off with the Phantom versus the Mist. Phantom get their first win of the season, 74-69. T.U.S.S.L.E went off 29 points, shot 10 of 17 from the field, 5 of 6 from three-point land. She's played pretty bad in Unrivaled the first two games. This by far was her best game, basically a coming out party. Brittany Griner with 29 points. Brittany Griner shot well. Wasn't trying to shoot three-pointers, 14 of 18. Played real well. Ionescu didn't play. Marbury didn't play, this was a big win. Both teams injured. The Mist coming in, not having Jewel Lloyd, not having Dejanay Carrington. Nalissa Smith had just got signed, so not sure how much time she got to really practice, but the Mist were led by Rakia Jackson with 24. Breanna Stewart, 27. Breanna Stewart, for being an older player, she can't carry this team. Aaliyah Edwards and some of the other players have to step up their games. Breanna just can't do it by herself. But she's been a warrior. I would expect more from Aaliyah Edwards, and I'm kind of disappointed in her play in Unrivaled. Unrivaled should be a league dominated by the younger players, not the older players. But I can definitely tell that playing 2 times a week and on this court, this pace, is tough on these women's bodies because women are dropping like flies. This is just the first week, and even in preseason, there was players getting injured, and they're bringing in almost every day. They're bringing in a player from the WNBA to step into these roles. But yeah, this was a huge win for the Phantom. Because one of the bottom teams, the Phantom, the Rose, or the Mist, are going to be the 4th spot. Get that 4th spot when they go to the playoffs. But this was a big win for the Phantom, and it was a good showing for T.U.S.S.L.E. She needed it because she looked lost, especially on defense. Looked lost. Erica Hamby abused her the other day, but this was a big win for the Phantom. The second game of the doubleheader was the Laces versus the Vinyl. The Laces won 83-79. Powered by Tiffany Hayes, 26 points. Kayla McBride, the leading scorer for the Laces, had 22. Alyssa Thomas with an all-world game, 12 rebounds, 14 points. She's super consistent. Dolson with 10, Kate Martin with 11. The way Kate Martin runs that pick and roll is like Stockton and Malone. Exceptional player, real athletic, and very smart. I still say the Aces are going to regret letting this woman go in that expansion draft, but the Valkyries got them a hell of a player to build their franchise around as they start their season next year. But yeah, Kate Martin could hoop. The Vinyl, they shot well. Both teams actually shot exactly the same, 54.2. De'Erica Hamby was the leading scorer with 18. Ryan Howard and Arike both had 16. Jordan Canada had 14, and Ray Burrell had 11. This was the first game that no one on that team scored over 20 points. Ryan Howard had 33 in that first game, and Arike had over 20 in that second game. But this is the first one, and this game really came down to possessions and a small little run at the end of the second quarter to give them a small lead, and they basically held on to that lead to get this win. But this was a very entertaining game with 3 of the top better teams in this league. I mean, it's going to be a toss-up for that 4th seed going into the playoffs between the Phantom, the Mist, and the Rose. But it's going to be fun to watch when you see the Laces, the Vinyl, and the Lunar Owls play each other, and I look forward to seeing those later on. But this, by far, was the best game. And on a side note, this was the first game that Lisa Leslie didn't do commentary. They had her in the studio, and that's where she needs to belong. The Sarah Kustoke was the analyst along with the other guy. They just talked basketball. Execution, talked about execution, talked about X's and O's. Didn't get into all that rah-rah stuff. Didn't try to get into overselling the league as far as the facilities and the workout and being able to lift weights and all that. Because all that doesn't matter, because this first week of Unrivaled, there's been more injuries than a little bit. And with them playing back-to-backs today, those teams are going to be short-handed. They're bringing in players from everywhere to fill roster spots. And Alyssa Smith's on the roster spot, and she'll be playing her second game today. So the play and the pace of the game is really going to affect this product going forward. But this Laces vinyl game was a great game. I'd love to know what you guys thought. Leave your comments below. New subscribers, I appreciate you rocking with me. Old subscribers, thank you for continuing to push me to make this content. Hit that bell notification so you can get updated when I drop another video. And as always, peace.